up, though? Real G's TV. What's cracking with y'all? What's the deal? Hey, check this out, man. This video here is, I had to do this because Wack 100 jumped in the backyard of Detroit, Michigan. And he say Big U and himself was on teams, and they seen Future at the airport on their way to Atlanta, or coming from Atlanta. I forgot which one he said, but you hear it. He said on their way to Atlanta, whichever. And he said they seen Future owed Trick some money. Trick is from Detroit. As we all know, if you didn't know, now you know. If you don't know, now you know. Trick is from Detroit. That's Eminem's man. Eminem is from Detroit. And he say Trick was owed some money by Future. And he say when they seen Future in the airport, Big U and Wack 100, this is what Wack 100 say. He say he say Future ran. He ran so far that he couldn't run no more. And I guess he called Birdman in the middle of the him running, and threw Wack 100 the phone, and Birdman said, "Leave it alone. I got the debt." Now, he called him because Wack 100 is, I guess, managing or running Cash Money West. So I guess he called his boss, so to speak. He called Birdman. Birdman say, "Don't do nothing. I'll pay for it. I'll pay the debt that he owed Trick." And he said the debt was paid the next day. But my thing is, why? So check it out. Listen to it. Then I'm going to comment after this. And y'all leave a comment and, let me know how y'all feel about this situation. Real G's TV. Check it out, though. Oh, no. Hold on. He also talked about Jay Prince and that whole Takeoff situation, RIP GMP's Takeoff. I'm going to talk about that too. I got a little bit to say about that too, because Wack, he be going a little bit ham, and I be having a little bit to say. And I can't talk to nobody about it. I got to talk to y'all, so I'm going to talk about that too. Real G's TV. Let's get it.
Future owed Trick some money. So me, Trick, and Big U was real close at the time, right? Hey, Future owed bro some money. All right, Trick in Detroit. Me and Big U on a red-eye flight to Atlanta. We coming to LAX. We coming through the security, putting our bag through the thing. Who we see on the other side? Future and the girl that's with the football player.
Sierra.
We see Future and Sierra. I say, "Bro, is that who I think it is?" He looked. I said, "Yeah." I said, "You take them. I got him." When we come to the thing, I say, "Hey, homie, you got that money for Trick?" He take off running. I'm chasing on the dead homies through the Delta and runs into a motherfucking terminal, and he runs into the thing, but it ain't hooked up to no plane.
He left it.
No, bro.
Right?
Wow.
He runs into the terminal. True story.
Clip it.
He runs into the terminal, right? When he run into the terminal, he take his phone out, right? He know he can only go so far, because what you gonna do? Jump onto the runway? That's a long drop down there, right? He throws the phone at me on speaker. All I hear is Stunner voice. He say, "Wack, it's me, Stunner. Talk to me." I say, "Stunner, I'm busy right now." He said, "Yeah, but I don't want you to be, nephew. What the going on?" I say, "Oh, Trick a bag, man. He can't be in our backyard and he owe bro a bag. Either he gonna pay or he finna get up and then he gonna pay, right?" Trick at home sleep. He don't know what's going on. He in Detroit, right? He say, "Wack, my word to you, I pay the debt. Let him be. I got business with that man." I said, "What?" He said, "Wack, this Stunner talking to you. As your brother, leave him be. You got my word, whatever the debt is. Send me Trick, I pay him in the morning. On me. I'm giving you my word." I threw it back the phone and walked away. Trick got his wire.
Damn.
This real shit. But
He
I'm saying,
jumped on
but
that
what I'm
line.
saying is like that was
Crazy.
like it was a real table at one time to where we knew what was going on, knew everywhere in every region to where we knew what was going on, right? And we was gonna move if we saw you. And our squads knew if they saw you at a hookah lounge or a club. It been times where niggas like, hey, well, I ain't gonna say no names. Such and such at the club, lock him down. Them niggas go over there 20 deep to their VIP. Tell the security they don't pay you enough for this here. Look, continue to have your drinks. Your y'all cool. Ain't nobody moving out the VIP till the homies get in. And we show up. Hey, what's up, homie? Yeah, that beat you was supposed to that verse. Gonna homie paid you for that verse. Yeah, you ain't finna be out here in the homie in Chicago. And what's happening? We got a studio around the corner. Let's go. You now. This your security. They can roll
On
with us.
the spot.
They can roll
He
with us.
got to go to work.
And they go over to
Wack,
right now. Right
Wack,
Hey, that's
now.
some real.
Right? He get the shit out the way. He goes back to partying. We ain't tripping. But you wasn't finna just be doing all that like that. So when Trick No Fly Zone kicked, that was a unity thing. You know what I'm saying? His whole thing was, I think it was with Ross, is they
He
wanted to
wasn't
open
showing
up.
the artists from
They wanted
Detroit
to
no love
open
on the
up,
show.
and he wasn't showing them. He told the promoters he wasn't gonna let no Detroit artists open up. Oh, well, you ain't taking this thing. Trick was out there with 100 niggas and locked it down. You ain't getting on the stage. You get out, we can you up. That's
And
what
all
that
of that
was.
is
That's
based
how
on
he got Trick
disrespecting the
Daddy.
code.
He told Trick Daddy change your name. Trick Daddy start woofing, talking to Miami. They booked Trick Daddy on his show. He brought his dumb ass up to Detroit. It's on video on Google. They beat the shit out that good and ran him back. That's how his rap career was finished. On my mama, go Google it. You see him getting his ass
That's a
whooped
fact. That happened.
up, all that, bro. Yeah, we was good for that. Booking it on the show. Couple
Boom
months later.
Squad.
Yeah, we'll book you in a minute.
Boom Squad beat the shit out of that
Cause
boy.
see, this you got to remember, we didn't lose no money. Cause when we booked you, right, we was part of the bar and the dough anyway. So we was gonna get back whatever we gave you anyway. We didn't care. You wasn't getting nothing but the front end. We wasn't paying you the back. The back was a form of ass whooping.
Remember when Jim Jones came to the D
Definitely remember
and
that.
thought he was gonna be alright?
Yeah, definitely remember that. So
What happened to John?
it's man, it be
Found
man.
out
Listen.
how rough he found out how rough the city really is.
Yeah, Detroit is a really bro, it's a dark city, bro.
Yeah, it's grinding.
It's
It is.
grimy to mother, bro. It's a real
Mm.
dark city, man. And it got 100 different little cliques and gangs and hustles going on. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about Wack, man. Wack 100, man. This dog, this cat, man, he be having a whole lot to say. It's snowing out here. My windshield wipers is going. But I don't understand why this man always speaking on other niggas' problems with other, you know what I'm saying, with other niggas. Now you go on social media, YouTube. This dude goes on social media, YouTube, and he always talk about what somebody else did. He in my backyard with this situation. And he talking about Trick. He always talking about Trick though. He said something. He rehashed the story about Trick and Trick Daddy. Oh, he chased Trick Daddy off the stage. They whooped him up, this, that, and the third. I don't understand why he keep on doing that. Now you talking about you and Big U chased Future through the airport. Like I always say, man, everything ain't to be said just because you got a mouth to say it. Excuse this damn bump. It's bum. But everything ain't to be said because you got a mouth to say it. Let's just get that straight. You talking about you, Big U, and Big U chase Future through the airport. How stupid do that sound? But because Future owe Trick some money. What that got to do with you? Why would you be chasing somebody through the airport, putting yourself in jeopardy, putting your life on the line, possibly going to jail? This ain't no alleged shit. This is some shit he said out his mouth that he said he did. And people wonder why, and Wack wonder why people call him the police. Because nigga, how's you online admitting, and then not only that, you admitting that you did something to somebody, and not only that, you bringing it back to the surface. I mean, it's like, why would you bring that back up? Like Future, you don't think Future, he gonna hear about this shit? His people gonna hear about this shit? You know, people want to get back at motherfuckers. Like, that could have been deaded. Like, motherfuckers people ain't thinking about that no more. But now they thinking about it again. Oh yeah, you did do that. If you did do it for real, I don't know if you did it or not. You said you did it, so I'm inclined to believe that you did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you didn't. I'm not gonna say that you didn't do it. I'm not gonna say that because you said you did. So I ain't one of them people that's gonna say he didn't do it, because you probably did. It ain't the smartest thing to do. I ain't gonna give you the credit to be smart if you saying you ain't smart enough to know not to do that in the airport. Catch an assault charge. What you gonna do? Beat the money out of him? How can you get the money back if you beating him up? Why you ain't call Trick and see if he wanted him to get beat up? You talking about Trick at home in the bed? How do you know he was at home in the bed? This nigga know a lot of information, man. He know a lot of information, man. You talking about Trick was home in the bed in Detroit. How do you know that? Nigga probably wasn't. He probably was in the studio. He might have been at the dinner table eating. He might have been driving around. He might have been on 7 Mile somewhere. Might have been at the Coney. You don't know where he was at. Could have called his phone and asked him, like, dog, you want us to jump on Future head? He owe you a bag. Why would you do that? I'm sure he would have been like, no, man, hell no. Don't do that shit on account of me. Then I'd be all over social media talking about they jumped on Future because of Trick. You see what I'm saying? Like, that don't even make no sense. For you to be why are you saying that? Is this for clicks and views? You cloud chasing, Wack? I'm just saying, bro. I meant to say something about this the last time he talked about Trick. He all in our backyard over here in Detroit, man, talking about he chased Trick Daddy off the stage. Man, niggas ain't over here in Detroit ain't trying to hear that shit, man. The shit happened and it's over with, man. Niggas don't be bringing that shit back up. You want them see, he one of them type of motherfuckers that be instigating back in the day in school and be like, that's why Ray beat you up. And him and Ray done got back cool, or if they ain't got back cool, they just ain't saying nothing to each other. They, you know, they cordial or whatever the case may be. They just ain't speaking. But here you go talking about, that's why Ray beat you up. And Ray right there like, what dog? Why aren't you talking about what I did? You didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, you owe Future owe Trick some money. This is what you said. Trick ain't never came out and said that. How you know Trick want people to know the Future owe him some money? How you know that, man? How you know that he want him beat up? How you know he want him chased through the airport? Why is you online telling this to these, man, come on, man. That ain't no gangster shit, man. You 33 years, you've been doing this 33 years. You mean to tell me you don't know better than that? Than to be speaking on somebody else's situation? Just like the Jay Prince situation, man. You speaking on that. Oh, you insinuating that they had something to do with it. Come on, man. Jay Prince Jr. ain't that stupid, man. He ain't stupid enough to set some shit up like that, man. Let's talk about it. Jay Prince Jr. ain't that stupid to set no shit up, man. That shit wasn't supposed to happen. Not on his watch. He ain't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Man, y'all niggas be tripping, man. Let's talk real street business, man. Ain't nobody inviting nobody to their backyard and then get them killed. Just plain as day like that. Ain't nobody doing that, man. That wasn't supposed to happen. It was a mistake. I don't know if it was a mistake or not, but I'm just saying it wasn't supposed to happen in his eyes. He didn't condone that. He didn't say, yeah, when they come out here, you know, kill, take off. And he ain't say that. he like, why is this shit happening? Nah, this shit shouldn't have happened. That's what he's saying. Nobody's stupid enough to put their life on the line for no reason, put their career in jeopardy. They, you know what I'm saying? Even though I would, like we all say, I don't know what they do, but they do something because, you know, they promoters, they CEOs, they do whatever they do. But he ain't gonna put his career on the line, be trying to kill somebody for what? What they owing? $10 trillion? Well, that wasn't supposed to happen, man. You got these goofies with mental deficiencies with guns in their hands, like I always say, real G's use these. You got these goofies with mental deficiencies with guns in their hand, and they don't know what to do. They out here reckless. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay Diggs say, you know what I'm saying? Them reckless shooters, we should hang them all. Because you don't know who you shooting at. And if you did know who you were shooting at, why would you be shooting to kill Takeoff? What did he do? Like everybody say, he the quiet one. But here you got Wack on here talking about they, you know, for the most part, they had something to do with it. Or whatever, man. I don't know, man. Allegedly, he said that allegedly. But a lot of shit Wack say ain't alleged because he's saying it. Shit. When he say something, it ain't, you ain't gotta say allegedly. He said it. You know, them boys ain't brought nobody out here, brought nobody out to Houston to have them killed. Well, man, they ain't do that, man. Them businessmen. They wouldn't do that. Jay Prince ain't raised them boys like that. Jay Prince wouldn't have did it. I mean, it's like, why would he come? Jay Prince, the daddy, he went online and said the person can't hide behind him, whoever did it. Whoop-de-whoop, blase split. That's what he said. And then they say the person turned around and got killed. I don't know how true that is or whatever. I don't know. I'm just hearing this shit. But why would Jay Prince come on there and say, you can't hide behind me, and then the person end up dead? You think they that stupid out there in the South? You think he came this far to go online and say something and then put the play down and have dog whacked off? And you know it's gonna look like you did it? Come on, man. Come on, man. They ain't that stupid, man. Jay Prince and them ain't dumb like that, man. So, you know, I'm just saying, man, Wack do a whole lot of knowing this and knowing that and knowing this nigga business and knowing that nigga business. He be in everybody's backyard and you know about everything that go on. And then you got Big U, he said this. And then you got Trick who said this. They ain't trying to hear that, man. They don't want their name mixed up in that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep all that. Stop putting people in the middle of your situation, man. We over here in Detroit, boy, we ain't talking about nothing going on over there in California. We ain't talking about nobody being they money getting taken from them. Or, you know, you would not hear Trick go online talking about something that him and somebody did for Wack 100, chasing somebody in the airport. I'm not like academics. Boy, don't you know you can't go in the airport doing that? I mean, what type of goofy are you to go in the airport, see somebody that you don't have no beef with, that you say Trick, he owe Trick some money. How much do we owe him? And then you go put yourself in this line of fire and like we say, like Act say, post 9/11. Come on, man. You ain't doing that, man. Post 9/11, man. Come on, man. And if you did do it, that was stupid. And don't do nothing like that again. But yeah, man. That's crazy. I be just hearing Wack talk. And I'd be like, why do he keep putting people names in this? Like, why do you do that? Detroit, you keep putting Wack Trick name in your mouth talking about what he did. Yeah, that's crazy. He chased Trick Daddy off the stage. We read, you sound like he is y'all leader or something. Future owed him some money. We chased Future through the airport for Trick. Man, you better stop bringing up his name before he catch a case. Stop talking about him. Talking about what he did and you know what I'm saying? What other stories you got about him? You want to tell us some more stories about Trick? I know his cousin personally. Sweets, and that's my dog. I see him all the time. I just talked to him yesterday. Me and him ain't even talked about that. And I've been knowing him for 30 years. Me and him, he ain't even told me, oh man, he chased Wack 100, chased such and such through the... We don't talk about shit like that, man. That ain't nothing to be talked about, and you online talking about it. Come on, man. If I wanted to get information about Trick and talk about it, I could, man. I ain't into all that, trying to put out his, especially his business that he handling, his street business. Come on, man. Y'all tripping, man. Say some positive shit about him, man. You doing that shit, man. You cornball for that shit. You cornball for that. Keep on talking about that man and his issues with other people that you supposed to know about. You running down on people for him. Stop playing. He ain't asked you to do that. Trying to make it sound like he's the leader of your gang or something, man. He ain't power.